All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kinahan, and in this video, we are going to talk about rumored Terence Crawford legal difficulties as it relates to the Errol Spence Jr. fight, and also Bob Arum. Let's clear the air in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kinahan, and in this video, we're going to talk about Terence Crawford and words circulating all over the place about legal difficulties that Terence Crawford is having that could be preventing or standing in the way of the Errol Spence Jr. fight. Some of it is realistic, some of it is just not true. So we're going to go over that in this video. But before I do, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are longtime subscribers and supporters, people that keep chopping it up with me in the live streams that we do every day and in the videos that we do, thank you in the comment section. Thank you so much for your continued support. You guys are the reasons we are able to continue to do and have these and do this stuff, man. Thank you guys so much for continuing this boxing talk with me. If you are new to the channel, though, please accept my invitation to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so we can chop it up on our videos that we do every day and in the live streams that we do, specifically the live streams that we do where, if despite what the title is of the video, we wind up talking about all kind of different subjects in boxing that we may not have time to do specific videos about. So you want to talk about your actual favorite fighters and the fights that you are really interested in, come by the live streams that we do pretty much every morning during the week and hit that subscribe button and bell icon so you can know how to do when we are actually going to be on. All right, so let's get into this. I've been getting a lot of emails, not emails, excuse me, I'm dating myself, getting a lot of DMs, getting a lot of, statements on videos that I've been doing, comments on videos about Terence Crawford and some issues that Terence Crawford is reportedly having. Some of them, they basically fall into two things. One is that he had filed a lawsuit against Bob Arum, and people are saying that Bob Arum has basically won that lawsuit and that Terence Crawford has dropped the lawsuit and moved on. That's one. The second issue is Terence Crawford and his relationship with a man that has who is accused of being an international crime, head of an international crime syndicate, goes by the name of Daniel Kinahan, and that his relationship with Terence Crawford is a reason why Showtime and the PBC are really hesitant to do business with Terence Crawford because of that association. Okay, so let's take both of these, go by one. First one is this: that Terence Crawford has withdrawn his lawsuit from Bob Arum. That, from everything that I've seen, is not the case. Bob, and more importantly, would have almost nothing to do with the fight with Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford, except for the fact that, maybe Terence Crawford, if he did withdraw, was looking for, a payday in excess of $10 million out of that lawsuit. So that money would not be coming in. And so maybe that would make him more willing to take the fight with Errol Spence Jr. However, based off of what I've seen, and I've been paying very close attention, I've done a lot of different videos about this case, and what people are telling me about Bob Arum's statement and this is what is being said, that Bob Arum has said that Terence Crawford does not have a case, that he is yet to file paperwork for the fight, and they think that for the lawsuit, and that the lawsuit or the complaint is going to be dismissed. They've moved it to federal court, so they're going to now have to file in federal court. They've not heard anything from Terence Crawford in that regard. Okay, so that's what Bob Arum said. Here's the thing. Bob Arum said that months ago. And since the time that Bob said that, a lot of things in the case have happened. And specifically, Bob Arum moved the case to federal court. Terence Crawford did not. What Terence Crawford did was he filed a motion to remand the case, the complaint, back from federal court to state court. The reason that they said that they needed to pull it back was because it was against it's against the public policy, and specifically in that particular federal court, they do not allow what you call snap removals, which is before somebody gets served and you hear about the case, which is what Bob Arum did to try to get it out of state court and move it to federal court. That, they say, is against public policy because the person hadn't actually been served, and it prevents people, because you have electronic dockets, for them to read the dockets, be familiar, know about the case before it even happens, and before they actually get served, to try to get it out of court, before they actually get served. And that's what happened. And maybe 2 weeks ago, the federal court agreed with Terence Crawford and sent it back to state court. So Terence Crawford just won a motion against Bob Arum for what Bob Arum, related to what Bob Arum was saying months ago. And remember, Bob Arum said that we moved it to federal court. We have not heard anything from him since we moved it to federal court. Well, yes, we have at this point. They filed a motion, said they wanted to remand it to state court, won, and it moved back to state court. And none of the websites that report on those dockets and talk about it, have said anything about Terence Crawford having withdrawn his lawsuit. So more than likely, that's not true. Now, as far as the second portion about Daniel Kinahan, that's much more serious. And if Terence Crawford was still being advised by Daniel Kinahan, that could be a problem. My only thing is this. Now, first, I want to tell you, I was the first person that anybody had heard say that those guys were going to have RICO investigations in the United States with anybody associated with Daniel Kinahan. Specifically, I said that the second Deontay Wilder-Tyson Fury fight. Bunch of people are like, that's not true. That's not true. You're making it up. Well, whatever. Winds up being the case that I'm right. And Tyson Fury can't get into the United States. The federal government issues a $5 million reward for information leading to the conviction of Daniel Kinahan. So the very least we know about that is this, that if Terence Crawford is still in open communication with Daniel Kinahan, then Terence Crawford has his phone tapped. Terence Crawford is going to, if he accepts any money from him, he's going to be in a world of trouble. There's probably no mechanism by which Daniel Kinahan can actually even be involved in any negotiations in the United States. And as we know, it's already the case that anybody that was doing business with him in any way, shape, or form is already under a lot of scrutiny. Terence Crawford is a great fighter, and I don't believe he became that great a fighter and that wealthy a man by being stupid. So I highly doubt that he is still involved in that particular circumstance from two reasons. Now, I don't have any proof one way or the other, but the two reasons are, one is that Daniel Kinahan probably cannot communicate freely to the United States with anybody, right? Because they literally have a massive amount of money, and the federal government pretty much looking and watching minute by minute anybody that had anything to do with him to see if there's any type of connection into the United States with him, right? So he can't talk to Bob Arum. He can't talk to Al Heyman. He can't talk to Steven Espinoza. Very, very, very small chance he can talk to Bomac or Terence Crawford. So I doubt very much that actually has anything to do with holding up the Terence Crawford fight, other than perhaps Showtime thinking to themselves, well, we just don't want to deal with you just in case, which definitely could be the case. But anyway, just wanted to get my 2 cents on that because I've gotten so many responses about it and so many comments. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.